Some people ask some people, how do we do this? Some chose to write it in their room and maybe just stay quiet and don't even go out on the field. Some people do guesswork because we heard that there was explosive yesterday in the Fundong. You don't bother to verify, you just guess. Then you must have killed so many people.
The management of information since the escalation of the socio-political crisis in the northwest and southwest regions remains an issue. It is for this reason that Draufsicht Bamenda on Friday, September 3, 2021 brought together journalists and civil society organizations for a workshop under the theme Objective Reporting and Information Verification. The main facilitator at the workshop stressed on the need for journalists to play their own part in order to bar fake news.
Fake news, it's been propagated by individuals that have particular intention. To have a setting where there's no fake news is virtually impossible. I would say journalists are supposed to step up their game. I particularly say this because in these trying times that we are, particularly in Bamenda, journalists are supposed to have this kind of skill that they're able to verify and get authentic information, and also be able to use their media platforms to educate the masses on what kind of information and the sources of information that they can get.
Zebam Gottlob Ayaba is the coordinator of Draufsicht Bamenda. He outlined the reason behind the organization of such a workshop.
It came as a request from the journalists that they would like to have more input on this. Of course, we are not a structure that teach people on journalism. They have people who have been practicing. They know some of these principles, but it's very important that together we reflect on where do we get information from, especially the one that is not coming from us, from the first hand. And of course now with WhatsApp and other instant messages, you have forward as received. So do you just forward or you verify? Which tools do you use to verify? So that we are not just put in a cage being controlled by some forces that we are not seeing, because when I know where to check where the information is coming from, then I can control how I want to see the world.
To the participants, the workshop is timely and will go a long way to help them in their media organs and organizations respectively.
If we're experiencing this crisis, it's because of a lot of disinformation and misinformation that goes out to the public. And so it's high time we begin to fact check and we begin to verify. It doesn't take much. We can start by ourselves, giving your work to your colleague to, to read and maybe to verify and before giving it out. And also the need to be able to come together and work as a team. Teamwork really builds. We need to stay away from misinformation and disinformation. And how can we do this? By fact checking. And also the fact that we need to work as a team to be able to tell the bigger story and to give it, credibility.
I hope to practice the soft skills which I have learned on how to identify a fake story online, how to identify the source, and also communicate with colleagues. I can communicate with 1 or 2 colleagues and actually find out from them if this story is true or not, and also having in mind how will this information I'm giving, how will it affect the population, because we should always have the population at the back of our minds. It will help me a lot to put all of these together and see how I can better serve my community as a journalist.
In the course of the workshop, different methods of trainings in order to engage participants were introduced by the coordinator of Draufsicht Bamenda, these to the amusement of the participants.
President, you can just take one flag.